Hello, and welcome to the wonderful world of databases. Today I want to give a short video about a great software package called AMP. This lets you do your web development with a database backend in PHP all locally on your laptop or desktop machine. So you need to go onto the internets and Google AMP. On Mac it'll be called MAMP, on Windows it'll be called WAMP, on Linux it'll be called LAMP or possibly XAMP. In this case, the M stands for Mac. The A is always going to be Apache. The M is MySQL. The P is PHP and phpMyAdmin. So this is your web server. This is your database backend. This is your middleware layer. And phpMyAdmin is a database administration tool. So you can get all of this running on your laptop without too much difficulty with this one package. Let's go ahead and fire this up and see what happens. So I'm going to click Start. It's going to start the Apache web server. It's going to start MySQL. Now, I want to open my start page, which will pop open in my browser. Bam, the start page. What is the start page good for? I have no idea, probably nothing. So what I always do is go up here, delete this part of the URL, and just go directly to phpMyAdmin. This has worked on every version of AMP that I've tried. This is going to bring me directly to phpMyAdmin. I have the username and password sort of hard-coded in because it's running locally. And you can see all of my databases. Now you'll note this looks different than the version of phpMyAdmin we have running on Euclid. It's just a different version. It's still the same software. It still basically does the same things. You can see here's my testing for the schedule code. Here's some random database I made called Bob for no apparent reason. Here's any amount of Cloud Coder stuff, ESPN data. I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff on here. So this is fantastic. I can go and administer my database. But it turns out I can also do web development using AMP. Oh my gosh, this seems too good to be true. Let me show you how to do that. So we're going to come over here to Finder. This is where all the programs for Mac are stored. On Windows, you'll have to just look in your program files, or on Windows 8 into, I don't know, whatever magical place things are stored in, and find your MAMP folder. Inside it, there's going to be a folder called htdocs. This stands for hypertext docs, hypertext documents. The hypertext, the HT part, that's from HTML, hypertext markup language. Basically, this is where the web-related stuff goes. So I'm going to go ahead in there, and you can see I've got a whole bunch of subfolders. So I've got the Hollywood sample code. I've got the old Vote for Senate application that stopped working. This was a project from years ago that I didn't really make much progress on. I got any number of other things. Peter Schwartzman's like Scrabble-related thing in PHP. The ninjas example. Let's go into the ninjas example because it's fairly simple. You can see in here dbutils, a style file for cascading style sheet, CSS, and ninjas.php. Let's go ahead and open this up, and we'll open it with Sublime. You can open it with really any programming-aware text editor. So you can see, check this out, this is exactly the PHP example that we were looking at in an earlier video, and I've got my syntax highlighting, font highlighting, whatever. So this is fantastic. This is sitting here in my htdocs folder inside MAMP. Now what's great about this is if I come up here and I just go to this root directory, bam, check it out. These are all those folders we were just looking at. If I want to go into Ninjas, I just click it. If I want to run one of the PHP files, I just click it, check it out. We're running this PHP code, let's filter it. We're filtering, fan-flippantastic. I'm running everything locally right here on my own laptop, and I can do all my development locally. If I want to go ahead in here to Sublime and change stuff around, maybe for some reason I want to write King of England here, let's save that. Let's come back over here. We'll reload this. Wait, what's going on? Yeah, look at that. King of England now shows up there for no apparent reason. I better undo that because that was a pretty stupid change that I just thought of at the spur of the moment. But anyway, yeah, so bam, check it out. Exactly what's happening. Totally fantastic, extremely powerful. If you have a laptop that has any horsepower at all, and you don't need a lot of horsepower to run this stuff, go ahead and get this up and running. And then when I'm done with everything and I want to shut it down, I can actually just use this little interface to stop all the servers at once. So this is a very, very fantastic way to do web development locally because you've got PHP. You can just do all your testing and debugging of your PHP locally on your own machine, and you can pop open another tab and go to, localhost my port happens to be 8890. Your port might not be 8890, it might be something else, but that's okay. Just figure out what your port number is, and then just go ahead there, and if you ever forget, there'll be some little interface here to open a start page. You can go ahead and use that, and that'll get you there, and then you can go ahead and delete all this stuff. This has a whole bunch of features in here, like, I don't know what this does, and then, I don't know, there's this, and, but I never use any of that. I just want to go directly to PHP. This will go to phpMyAdmin, but then it, like, runs it inside. I don't want any of that crap. I just want raw, pure phpMyAdmin, the way that it was intended to be. Okay, good. AMP is awesome.